What's up everybody, welcome to Money Management channel. My name is Andrei and today I'm gonna be doing an update on NIO stock.
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed, born a rock star in this life, gonna live it up.
And in today's video, first of all, I will show you where we are on a price chart and I will show you how precisely we caught this movement to the upside. Then we'll continue with the fundamental news, and I have to say that we have several news that might be quite controversial from the fundamental standpoint. And at the end of this video, I will share my thoughts and my technical analysis, and I will show you what should we expect next. So let's start with the price chart. I made my previous video right here. At this point, right after this asset had a massive drop in its price from the video before my previous video. From this point, this asset lost about 17.5% of its value. So, and right here, my main assumption was that we should see a bounce, and to measure this bounce, I pulled the Fibonacci retracement tool from its swing high right here. It is the beginning of this movement to the downside. It is the beginning of the downtrend in ABC potential, ABC correction, A, B and C, and we cannot count this as the real ABC correction because it violates the rule that we cannot have the bottom of the retracement lower than the bottom of the initial wave. And this means from the technical standpoint this was the crucial violation, and we had to see only one potential bounce to the upside, and that is why I pulled the Fibonacci retracement tool from this point to this one. And my main assumption was that we should hit at least 0.236 at $9.18. Then we might hit 0.382 and the last possible but still probable 0.5 at $9.67. And as you can see how precise this asset is. So from this point, when I made my previous video, I've told you that we shouldn't break this bottom in order to see this bounce, and we didn't break it. But the risk to reward ratio wasn't so perfect. It is about 3% of downside potential and 2.34 to the first price target, 5.27 to the second, and even to the third price target we have less than 3-to-1 risk to reward ratio. It is not the best one. That's why I didn't suggest you to enter your long position, but this asset had a very precise movement. So as you can see from this point, it didn't break this previous bottom, but it hit the first target to the tick, 0.236 at $9.18, had a bounce, had a reaction from it. Then with the second attempt it broke it to the upside, and as you can see it broke even 0.382 at $9.45 and reached the 0.5 Fibonacci retracement level. And this level is a crucial level for algo trades because algo trades use just swing low, swing high, and enter their short or long position depending on the price action. And from this point they added to their short position with the price target of negative 0.236 at $8.32. In my technical analysis in just several minutes I will show you what should we expect next, and I will show you the repetitiveness of these patterns. But for now let's continue with the fundamental news. First of all, let me show you the news on cnvpost.com, and let me show you this one. On April 11th we can find this article that is titled NIO ET5 ranks 7th in top selling premium sedan list in China with 6,437 March sales. And right here, as you can see, NIO ET5 is on the 7th place. It has a very huge gap in between this model and Volvo S90, and it has quite a huge gap in between between ET5 and the vehicle above it on the 6th place. It is an Audi A4L. So let me show you further. On this chart you can see NIO ET5 monthly deliveries, and from September till December it has an exponential growth, but right now it is hovering right around 6,000 vehicles, and it is not the best sign because this sales shows potential problems with the demand on their vehicle and on this vehicle basically, and this might lead to not the best performance in the Q2 2023. Because this trend might continue to next 3 months. On top of that, let me show you this data. We can find this article on cnvpost.com as well, and it was published on April 13th, and it says insurance registrations for week ending April the 9th. And right here you can find that NIO had 1,316 registration during this week. And let me show you that previously you can find this information that they had 2,730 vehicles registered the week prior this week. And this means that NIO probably has some problems with their demand and with their sales. That is why we have to be cautious in the short and medium term perspective. But in the long term, I think this company is still quite positive. Let me show you this article. It was published on April 11th, and it says NIO to launch new ET7 at Shanghai Auto Show besides new ES6. And we know that NIO during this year should represent about 5 or even more models, completely new models to their lineup, and this should drastically improve their position on the market, on the EV manufacturers market. And right here you can see that this exhibition will begin on April 18th. So we have 2 more days till the beginning of this auto show, and this means we might see the next week with a higher volatility than previous one, because usually on this type of events we might see a major announcements from the C executives from the companies that they should represent, or they should start their sales, or they should increase their market presence on certain countries, so on and so forth. And definitely this might be a catalyst for the company in general in the long term, but the short-term data are not the perfect one. This means we have to be cautious with our position, and let's continue with the technical analysis. But before we dive deep right here, please subscribe to my channel, hit notification bell and hit the like button. This helps me a lot. So guys, first of all, I want to show you the repetitiveness of this type of patterns. Previously, if I switch to, let's say, 1 hour time frame, previously we have somewhere here, yes, somewhere here, we have this movement from its swing high to swing low. And also, if I pull the Fibonacci retracement tool from this point to this one, as you can see right here, we hit again 0.5 Fibonacci retracement level, and we had this rollover. Absolutely the same pattern we have right here. Swing high, swing low, 50% movement to the downside. And the price target in the short-term perspective for this setup is negative 0.236 at $8.32. And on a bigger scale, slightly bigger scale, we might have this negative 0.236 at $6.78. But it doesn't mean that these assets should hit these price targets. In my opinion, in the short-term perspective, probably yes, we might see the breakout below $8.75 mark, but we shouldn't break this previous bottom. On top of that, let me zoom out even further. As you can see, this asset has $8 mark as its lowest point, and as I mentioned previously, this asset filled the gap right here that it had back in June 2020, and this technical price action was extremely healthy, and from this point definitely we might see the trend continuation to the upside, especially if we take a look on the volume. Right after this asset hit $8 mark, we have a drastically increasing volume. This means a lot of long-term holders added their position right here during this consolidation phase with the anticipation of potential losses. Let me show you, of about 12, let's say 15% to the downside, and potential profit might be, as you can see right here, from this current range, and definitely they should ladder their buys down. We might hit at least this range. It is a 0.236 Fibonacci retracement level, again from its swing high, from its all-time high to all-time low for the entire structure, and which implies 144.71%. This means almost 10 to 1 risk to reward ratio, 15% to the downside and 150% to the upside, shows the bullish setup for this asset. So, I think from the technical standpoint that's it for now. If you like my video, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel with notification bell. And see you guys and girls next time. Bye!
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gonna live it up on the